The score is 3-3. There are seconds left before penalties, and a French striker is one-on-one with a World Cup on his boot. And then a leg. An impossible, desperate leg reaches out and swallows the ball whole. Who is the man who spent 10 years as a nobody, only to become the last line between France and glory? This is the story of Emiliano Dibu Martínez. A goalkeeper, a showman, a villain in every stadium that isn't his own. Booed, provoked, hated. The man opposing fans love to despise. But that swagger is armour. It was built from a decade of being told, again and again, that he simply wasn't good enough. He was born on the 2nd of September 1992 in Mar del Plata, a seaside city in Argentina. They called him Dibu as a boy after a cartoon character, and that boy had a plan that would take him a very long way from home. Part 1. The Wilderness. He starts out at Independiente, one of Argentina's great clubs. But at just 17, he does something reckless. He leaves his home, his family, his country, for a trial at Arsenal, thousands of miles away in England. 17 years old, alone, barely speaking the language. And it works. He earns a contract. The dream is real. But behind that dream, a trap is waiting. Because at Arsenal, there is always someone ahead of him. Therefore, they send him out on loan. First to Oxford United, then Sheffield Wednesday, then Rotherham. A career of other people's benches, town after town. Then Wolves. Then Getafe in Spain. A new country, a new language, another temporary bed. And then Reading. 6 loans, a backup to backups. 10 years chasing a shirt that never seemed to be his. Every summer he came back to Arsenal. Every summer, someone was ahead of him. And the label followed him everywhere, the keeper who might never make it. Most players in that position break or drift out of the game entirely. But what almost ended everything for Dibu was still 2 years away. 2020, 27 years old. And the door finally cracks open. An injury to Arsenal's number 1 hands Martínez the gloves. After a decade of waiting, he has weeks, maybe less, to prove a whole career wasn't a mistake. And he does not blink. Save after save, command of his box, a keeper reborn overnight. He carries Arsenal all the way to the FA Cup final and lifts the trophy. His first medal at 27. For a moment, it looks like the dream has finally arrived. But Arsenal see it differently. Part 2. The Turn. That summer, Arsenal choose their old number 1. And Aston Villa come calling. For the first time in his life, someone wants him to be the man. And everything he swallowed for 10 years comes pouring out. At Villa, he is untouchable. Reflexes, presence, and a voice that fills the whole stadium. Suddenly, the lone army nobody is one of the best keepers in England. And a bigger door opens. Argentina, a country obsessed with football, needs a number 1. And they turn to Dibu. 2021. The Copa America. Argentina hadn't won a major trophy in 28 years. The semi-final against Colombia goes to penalties. A nation holds its breath. And the man in goal is the one nobody wanted. He saves 1. He saves 2. He saves 3. 3 saves in 1 shootout, and Argentina march on. They win the Copa America. The 28-year wait is over. And Dibu, mid-shootout, is already talking, dancing, taunting, playing with the takers' minds. This is where the villain is born. The provocation, the swagger, it works. And the world starts to notice. So restate what's now at risk. He has a nation's love and a nation's expectation. And the biggest stage of all is coming. Part 3. The Final. 2022. Qatar. A World Cup with Lionel Messi's last dance and Martinez behind him. Argentina fight through. In the quarter-final shootout against the Netherlands, Dibu does it again, saving, taunting, dragging his team into the last four. And so we arrive at the final. Argentina against France. A match that swings from 2-0 to 3-3 into the madness of the 123rd minute. France break. Randall Kolo Muani clean through. One touch from winning the World Cup. And Dibu spreads himself and throws out a leg, and the ball dies against him. The save that will be told about for 100 years. Penalties. Of course it's penalties.
The stage he was built for. He guesses right. He saves. He throws the ball away. He talks. He dances. And France crumble. Argentina are world champions. And the boy nobody wanted for a decade is holding the World Cup. Best goalkeeper of the entire tournament. The Golden Glove is his. But even in triumph, he can't help himself. A crude, provocative celebration with the award turns half the watching world against him. And that's the contradiction that defines him. The most decorated goalkeeper alive and the most booed. Both at once. 2023, and it's made official. He is named the best goalkeeper on the planet. The Yashin Trophy. From lone army nobody to #1 in the world. He keeps doing it for Villa too, dragging his club into Europe's biggest nights, the penalty king in every shootout he touches. The mind games, the delays, the staring. Rival fans call it disrespect. He calls it winning. And here's the thing they forget when they boo. Every ounce of that arrogance was earned in 10 silent years, when the world told him he was nothing. Which brings us to 2026, and a question with no answer yet. He is still Argentina's #1, still the man behind the reigning world champions who have reached the knockout rounds once more. But the crown that took a lifetime to win can be lost in 90 minutes. And every keeper knows, defending is harder than winning. So the last question is the same as the first. Can the man nobody wanted, the late bloomer, the villain, the penalty king, defend the greatest prize in the game? For 10 years, the answer to every question about Emiliano Martinez was no. He spent the next few rewriting all of them. If this story stayed with you, subscribe to Beyond the Boots for more. The boots tell the story. We just follow the footsteps.